Now, before we go through marriage, let us quickly speak about these two concepts, the Mutaa and Misyar. The brother is asking about them. The first one, that was a form of marriage in the beginning of Islam, which was allowed at that time. The Messenger Muhammad ﷺ permitted them when they were away from their families for sometimes 3 months or 6 months or more to marry while there temporarily. So they are marrying for 1 month or 3 months or 6 months, and then they divorce and come back. So from the beginning, their intention and their agreement is a temporary marriage. In the beginning, it was allowed. However, later on, the Messenger Muhammad ﷺ forbade this. This is similar to the rest of the rules in Islam. It was step by step. All the rules in Islam were step by step. Even the most important rules in Islam, they were all taken step by step, including the salah, the zakah, the forbiddance of riba, the forbiddance of wine, etc. All of them were taken because people are new to this, so they need some time. At that time, they were used to wrongdoing and prostitutes, etc. As well, it's very difficult to remove them from that. So this concept was allowed at that time. Now later on, as we said, the Messenger Muhammad sent Ali radiallahu anhu and other of the Sahaba to tell people everywhere in all the congregation, including the Hajj, etc., that the Messenger Muhammad in the day of Khaybar, the Messenger Muhammad forbade this. This is no longer allowed. It's over. Now if you want to marry, you have to do a proper marriage, else you cannot. Now, the Misyar is a different form. The Misyar is something that is new nowadays. Basically, it's normal marriage with everything. However, the woman does not ask for some of her rights in marriage, including, and most importantly, is the accommodation. So it does not require any accommodation, does not require expenses to be paid by the husband, and does not require time share, or sharing of the time, or dividing of the time. So she willingly, from the beginning of marriage, does not ask for this. She says, okay, I don't want any of that. All right? Now, to know from the Islamic point of view whether something is allowed or not, you have to go to the exact rule. In Islam, there are pillars for marriage to be permissible or valid. The first and foremost is the agreement of the two spouses. That is their consent, their agreement. And the consent of the guardian of the female spouse. That is the second one. And the witnesses over that marriage. And the dowry to be named. And the witnesses can be, or additionally, that is you have to make it public. You have to announce the marriage, the announcement of marriage. So if those conditions are there, the marriage is valid regardless of what people might name it. You can name it whatever you like. Those conditions are there. This is a valid marriage in Islam, from Islamic point of view. Legal part, that is with the legal department. But from Islamic point of view, this is a legal marriage. In Islam, this is a valid marriage. Clear? That is sound. Now, when a woman neglects or removes or does not ask for some of her rights in marriage, this is allowed. She agrees, mutually they agree, there are no problem. However, she has right to go back on them because those rights are essential, original in the contract. So she can later on change her mind and ask for them. So there is a huge difference between this and that. Now the problem with Mutaa, that is, again, similar marriage, etc., but there is one problematic condition in it, which is it is for a specific time. So time is limit. So this is a marriage, etc., with all the conditions, but only for 1 week or for 1 month. That is why it's problematic. If this is not mentioned in the contract, not agreed on, mutually, not part of the contract, there are no harm. But that element makes it an invalid point. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Now,